You've lost count, haven't you? How many mornings you've dragged yourself to the mirror and whispered, why? Why won't these pimples just leave you alone? You scrub your face till it's raw, shell out cash for creams that promise the world, sit across from doctors who toss you fancy words and pricey scripts. And still, they come back, like a ghost you can't shake, like a riddle with no answer. But what if I told you the real problem isn't what's staring back at you? That every fix you've tried is just a flimsy patch on a wound that cuts way deeper than you ever imagined? What if everything they fed you about acne, this whole tale of dirty pores, rogue bacteria, endless washing, is just a crumb of a truth so much bigger it'll rattle you? It's 2025 and science is clawing through the dirt, uncovering secrets buried for decades. Are you ready to dive in with me? To peel back what's really going on with your skin and inside you? This isn't about cheap tricks. It's not another gimmick to toss on your bathroom shelf. It's about something massive, something that might flip how you see that reflection. So take a deep breath, settle in. The truth's been waiting too long. Let's start here. You're not alone. Millions, tens of millions, stare at the same stubborn spots every day. You've tried it all. Washes that sting, masks that dry you out, pills that mess with your gut. And what's the payoff? A fleeting calm before the storm hits again. Why does it keep happening? Why does it feel like you're stuck in a loop? The answer's not in the mirror. It's not in the ads blasting at you. It's somewhere else. Somewhere science is only now daring to look. How long have you swallowed it? That simple little lie they've been shoving down your throat since you were a kid. Acne's just dirt, clogged pores, bacteria throwing a party on your face. You bought it hook, line, and sinker, washed your skin till it screamed red, slapped on masks that feel like a chemical burn, gulped antibiotics that left you dizzy and drained. And what did you get for it? Nothing. Or worse, a weak truce that crumbles fast. Why? Because you're swinging at the wrong damn target. Let's roll the clock back, way back, 70s, 80s, 90s. The industry saw a gold mine. Acne's easy to pin down, they thought. Dirty pores, here's a soap, too much grease, here's an acid, bacteria running wild, pop a pill. They built an empire on fixes that don't fix a thing. And you played along. Spent sleepless nights clawing at your face till it begged for a break. Burned through cash you didn't have. Watched the pimples creep back every time. Why? Because science is finally calling bullshit on the whole game. They grabbed people like you, 20 to 50, men and women with acne that laughs at every cream, every pill. And what they dug up wasn't dirt. It wasn't just oil clogging things up. It was a warning, a quiet SOS your body's been sending for years and nobody bothered to listen. Your skin's not out to get you. It's trying to tell you something. And that something isn't spelled out in soap suds. It's carved into stuff you've never even thought to check. Slow down with me. Picture your skin like a map. Every pimple's a dot. Every angry red mark's a signpost. And those signs don't lead to a drugstore aisle packed with overpriced junk. They point inward, to gaps you didn't know you had. To answers science is only now dragging into the light in 2025. You've been sold a surface fix for a deep problem. And it's time we rip that lie wide open. Think about it. How many times have you stood there, face dripping, staring at a sink full of foam, wondering why it's not enough? How many bottles line your counter? Half-used, forgotten, useless. The industry's been banking on your frustration, feeding you quick hits that fade fast. But the real story? It's been hiding, waiting for someone to ask the right question. Picture this. Your body's a battlefield. Not the face you scrub till it's sore, but what's underneath, where the real war's raging, inflammation, a fire smoldering quietly, day in and day out, year after year. And those pimples? They're the scars. The fallout from a fight you didn't even know you were losing. Not because you skipped a wash, but because something's missing. Something your body's starving for. Let's call them out. Zinc, vitamin A, vitamin D, omega-3. Names you've heard before. Maybe you grabbed a cheap vitamin off the shelf once, popped it for a week, then ditched it when nothing happened. But hold up, this isn't a trend. It's science with teeth. Zinc keeps the inflammation beast caged. Without it, your skin's a wildfire with no crew. Vitamin A reigns in the oil. Without it, your pores are a greasy disaster. Vitamin D keeps your cells from going rogue. Without it, chaos takes over. And omega-3? It's the water on those hidden flames. But wait, there's more. Magnesium, vitamin E, selenium. The list grows, pieces snapping into place. They linked low magnesium to cortisol spikes. That's the stress juice that pours fuel on your inflammation. Your fast food runs, your late nights, years of choices you didn't think twice about. It's all let this enemy sneak in. And your skin? It's the one taking the hits. Let's dig deeper. Ever feel tired? Run down, like your body's dragging? That's not just coincidence. Those gaps, zinc, D, all of them, they don't just mess with your face. They mess with you. Science is connecting dots nobody bothered to trace before. And the picture it's painting, it's bigger than a few pimples. They didn't buy the lazy answers. They drew blood, studied skin, poured over lives like yours. And what they hit on was a game changer. People with relentless acne, like you, have up to a 40% higher chance of running low on zinc and vitamin D. Wrap your head around that. Zinc. You get it from seeds, oysters, stuff you might not have touched in years. Without it, your skin's got no way to snuff out the blaze tearing through it. Vitamin D. The sun dishes it out free, except you're missing it. Locked indoors, drowned in clouds, or coated in SPF. Without it, your cells are a mob with no boss. And the proof? That face you've been cursing every damn day, begging for a break nobody's handed you. This isn't locked away in some ivory tower anymore. It's yours to grab. Science cracked the code. So what's it going to be? You picking up the pieces or letting them sit there? But hang on, if this is so clear, why is it news to you? Why are TV ads still hawking creams that don't deliver? Why aren't doctors shoving nutrient charts in your face? The truth's ugly. Science moves slowly, costs a fortune. Running trials on zinc or vitamin D doesn't pad wallets like peddling a glossy tube of empty promises. NYU, 2025, they went further. Took folks with that slick, oily acne, you know, the kind that lights up your forehead like a neon sign. And they proved omega-3 can chop sebum output by up to 20% in people running on empty. This isn't fairy tale stuff. It's chemistry you can measure. But nobody showed you the playbook. Nobody cared enough to let it breathe. Think back. How many times have you heard, just wash more? How many shelves have you raided, chasing the next big thing? They've kept you running in circles, banking on you giving up. But the truth's clawing out now, and it's bigger than they ever wanted you to see. So, where do you go from here? Act like you didn't hear a word? Fall back into the grind, scrubbing till your skin cries, torching it with acids? Or do you finally tune in to what your body's been howling for years? I'm not pitching a magic bullet. There's no such thing. I'm talking about rebuilding, handing your body the gear it's been missing, the ammo it needs to push back. Zinc. It's not some buzzword to throw around. It's a wall against inflammation. Vitamin A, the brake on oil that's choking your pores. Vitamin D, the rulebook your cells lost ages ago. Omega-3, the hose on those inner fires. And it rolls on. Magnesium, to choke out the stress feeding the flames. Vitamin E, to patch up the wreckage. Selenium, to shore up your defenses. This isn't a pill, it's a machine. A balance you let slip. Maybe from years of junk food, maybe from stress that never quits, maybe from nobody ever laying this out straight. And the proof's piling up. People who plug these leaks see it shift. Not overnight, not in a month, but 3, 6, 12 months down the line. A skin that breathes, that heals, that quits yelling. You've burned too long in the wrong fight. Isn't it time to switch sides? Let's go slow. You've felt it, right? The exhaustion, the grind. That's not just acne wearing you down. That's your body begging, screaming for what it's missed. Science is handing you the tools. You just have to pick them up. You've been at this too long, thrown away too much cash, locked eyes with that mirror too many times, angry, ashamed, carrying a weight you can't name. But now you've got it. Pimples aren't your forever curse. They're not your fate scratched in cement. They're a flare, a shout. Your body's been throwing out for years, waiting for you to catch it. And science caught it first, dug down, ran the tests, laid the facts bare. Zinc, vitamin D, omega-3, magnesium. Stuff that's been there all along, smothered under fake fixes and drugstore lies. I'm not promising easy. I'm not saying tomorrow your face turns perfect. I'm saying you've got a shot. Stick with the same old. Scrubbing, burning, wishing, or take a new road. A road science carved out. A road that could flip this war you've been losing forever. Pimples aren't your story's end. They're the opening line. The start of getting your body, of fighting smart. So here's the deal. Are you going to step up? Or let that mirror keep kicking your ass? The next play, that's on you.